Hey everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here at Painted Studio. Welcome back. It is a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon here in Brookfield, Illinois, and we're going to work on some summery kind of projects. Now, today we're working on this birdhouse. As you can see, I've already completed some parts of this. We did a little filming for some stuff I was doing with my social media guy, and so we're on to the next steps now. So the first things we did was we applied texture medium, striated it here across the surface of the body of the birdhouse, and then on the roof we applied it through a stencil on our Freddy's flower stencil. Really lovely pattern, very subtle. Not super thick. The stencil isn't super thick. We didn't want it thick because we're going to put copper leaf over this eventually. Then what I did was I applied a layer of copper set coat from Faux Effects. Here you go. Faux Effects copper set coat, exterior rated, interior exterior rated, and we let that dry. Now, of course, because these are inexpensive birdhouses, pop the grain a little, so we go in with sandpaper. I often use a nail file because on small projects like this, it's really easy to work with. So just come in, pop the grain down again. Do a little of that. And that takes all the coarse texture down. And I did it on the edges too, but of course, I missed one edge. Why wouldn't I? So the next thing we're going to do is then we're going to stain the body of this, and then if I need to, I'm going to reapply some more copper set coat. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. We'll see. But we'll see how the staining goes if I need to kind of clean up any of my staining mistakes. Now we're going to go, since the roof is going to be bright copper leaf, we're going to use some Simon cherry stain. And the stain will take differently. Of course, it doesn't want to open because I'm on a camera. Give me a second here. Let me flip this down. I forgot I didn't even flip the camera down. How silly of me. I'm showing you stuff that you might not have even seen. Okay, let me make sure that I'm also on my Facebook page here. Yep, get myself up so I can see comments. And there we go. Okay, so what I was saying is that I take a nail file. We have painted the whole thing here with copper set coat. That you could, any place that's copper, we painted with Faux Effects copper set coat. And then any texture you see is used with Artsyville texture medium, both to striate across the surface here, and then to apply through our stencil up here on the roof, which is the Freddy's flower stencil you can find on our website. And then once this is all done, and I don't need to apply another layer of set coat, I will apply copper leaf on here. Oops, let's make sure I got everything sanded because these are inexpensive little pieces of wood birdhouses. This is not like mahogany. So the grain pops easily. It wants to pop in. It's a little coarse. So we fix that up. All right. So now we're going to take some cherry stain. This is our Simon water-based stain in cherry. Let's see if I can get it open since it didn't want to open for me a second ago. Always give it a shake before you open it. Obviously don't shake it afterwards. Now I was leaning between raspberry and cherry, but since I usually do such bright colors, I thought today I'm going to go with the cherry. It's a little deeper, but it is really very red. And the wood is going to take the stain a little differently than the texture medium, which is what I intended, so we should have some interesting differences in the way this absorbs. So let me come in here. I'm going to just brush it on. It's going to look very solid when I first do this. And let's come in here. Let's get up into the roof line. And I'm just using a nice soft brush to apply it. Now, water-based stains typically are not exterior rated. So if I wanted to use this outside, I'd need to use a UV protectant top coat, but even then, I might still have issues with the colors changing and fading. But it could be kind of cool, so I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so I've applied this to pull back. I'm going to take some of our cheesecloth. I love this cheesecloth because it is pre-cut and pre-washed, so there's no lint in it. And let's rub this back. Pretty cool, because as I wipe it back, I actually thought the texture medium would soak it in way darker, but it actually is much lighter, and so you get, again, this kind of really nice texture on it. Let me see if I can zoom that in for you a little bit. If not, I'll hold it closer to the camera. So you can see this has got this really nice texture right here. And this darkness that you see, this is actually the grain of the wood. This has nothing to do with how I applied the stain or how I applied anything else. But look how cool that is. So we got these white streaks across here. I think that's going to make a really interesting look. And again, if I think it needs even more stuff, I can come back and glaze it too. We have Faux Effects Aqua Guard. I'm sorry, not Aqua Guard. Faux Effects. Oh God, now I'm going to get the name wrong. It's not Aqua Glaze. It's Aqua Cream. Thank you. God, my brain just farted for a second there. Aqua Cream is exterior rated. It's what we recommend when somebody wants to do things like wood grain on a garage door. Dries very, very hard, so I could put in some colorant into some aqua cream and glaze over this, and it would pick up those details that I've created even more. Look how pretty this red is. I really like this red. This cherry color is, because of the way it absorbs on these light woods, it's very, very red. Okay, let's see if... Hey Kara, nice to see you here. Thanks for popping in. Okay, let's get this part. This probably won't be a terribly long live today because I had done all the texture I wanted to stay with us. Yeah, we keep losing signal these days. We lose it on my phone, we lose it on my camera, we lose it on a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going on that we keep losing signal. I'm sorry about that. I thought maybe it was the camera and the camera connection to the internet. No, it does it on my phone too. I think we're just in a weird spot. We've had a lot of people having outages with their internet around here, so thanks for those who stick around when the screen goes blank and hope I come back. Okay, let's get this around there. So as I was saying, it's probably not going to be, one of my longest lives because I've applied all the texture already. And then once we get to the next step, things have to dry. So that may be where we're at the end of today. But I do like showing you how really nicely the stain works, how this texture is really, really cool on here. For our followers, you might notice that our Facebook store is disconnected right now. Our Shopify is doing strange things with Facebook, and I swear, every time Facebook changes something, it messes with stuff. So we're working hard, but you can always go to directly to our website. Oh, I need to see there. I missed that little edge. Because why? Because this was facing towards you all, and I couldn't see it. That happens. But truly, we work to try to keep everything up, and that's our new one today. So we've got the team on it. Thank goodness for them, because if it was depending on me, it might never get fixed because I'm not gifted that way with the computer. I'm not incompetent with it, but I'm also not really great with some of the detail stuff in the background. So that's why we have other people. I'm also not an adequate plumber, so I hire people who know what they're doing. And thank goodness for them. Okay. Let's get up under here. Stain up all the way under the eaves. Now the nice thing about this too is that as a water-based stain, this will wash right off my hands with soap and water and maybe a nail brush to get under my nails. So look how cool that is actually right there. We've got darker color underneath. That's the wood grain taking the stain differently, all the vertical stuff like this. And then the horizontal, it almost makes it look like bark, which is very, very cool to me. So we're going to let that part cure up. And then I really do think I should put a second coat of set coat on here. I was going to try to hold off and try to just put the gilder size on here, but I'm afraid because I've done so much sanding and stuff that I will have made it more porous than I want it for the size. So we're going to take our set coat copper, open it up because I didn't have the lid on too tightly, and we're just going to brush this on again down at the base. And the one thing I haven't done is painted the bottom of this. So at some point while I'm doing all of this, I will have to get in there and paint the bottom. So then I come back up into here and I go up under the eaves. Now I won't be trying to gild with copper leaf up under the eaves. Quite frankly, I might try here, but I'm not sure because that is such an awkward angle to gild at. We'll see. I might do it too anyway. I love to challenge myself and make things as hard as I possibly can, so why wouldn't I do that? Alright, I need a little bit of stain because I saw one little tiny spot that I missed right here. So we're going to do that. so that before I put any paint on, I've touched up the one spot that I know needed a little touch up. Okay, so we're going to go back up under the eaves. Now I'd love to say that we could get this all done in one live, but you all know that's not true because I have to now let the paint dry so that I can put the gold leaf size on the roof. And the gold leaf size itself needs a little time to set up. I want to get it all, do it right. Make everybody's finishes work better. I will try not to push this one today. I know it's unusual for me to be only working on one thing, but I literally finished all the other projects for clients and everything up just this morning, and have been on the computer doing paperwork and trying to, figure out the issues that I've been having with Shopify and its connection to Facebook. So that I didn't have a chance to have more than one thing going this morning. I know. I'm in shock myself. And I do need to get in here with a little more stain because I can see I missed a spot in the opening. Now birds do actually fit in here. These are not, somebody got confused, thought these were bird feeders. These are not bird feeders. These are bird houses. Birds can nest in these. So if you make this all exterior rated in a place where birds like to nest, this is an actual birdhouse. You can use it outside. You can seal it up, make it weather strong, have birds in it. If you think the hole's too small, which is not, it's not for smaller birds like finches and that sort of thing, but if you want to make a little room for maybe a bigger family of birds, you can come in and sand or drill the hole out a little bigger. Okay, there we go. We got that all stained. All right, so this has now got to sit and dry for a little while, and then we will be applying our Simon. Sorry, not Simon. I'm still thinking about the stain. Then we'll come back in and we're going to apply the Roberson's water-based acrylic gold leaf size, which then we'll set up for a little while. If I can do that today, I will come back and do it in a little bit. But I don't think you all want to sit here and watch paint dry. So if not, we'll come back and do that tomorrow, and we'll have some other stuff going on. Maybe I can get the copper paint off my hands. Okay. Yeah. Whoops, I probably didn't get me all the way in there. Let me screen back out so you're not just looking at my apron. And I'm still not completely in the picture. Nothing new there. All right. Should get me in. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for popping in for a quickie live today. This is going to be super cute when it's done. The copper paint doesn't provide much contrast with our red stain, but the actual copper leaf is much brighter and will create a much, much, much brighter contrast on here. So see you all tomorrow. Thanks for popping by. We're just going to keep it quiet and easy today. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye.